skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2024 ski test. Got a Volkl Deacon 80 for you today. This ski returns unchanged for 2024 except for graphics, remaining the same amazing front side / all mountain ski that we've loved for a number of years now. Just because it's kind of on the lower end of that Deacon, you got the V-Works, you got the 84 and then the 80. Just because it's slightly lower doesn't mean that it's a slouch or features any less performance. We've seen some really high level skiing done on this ski and it just hits a really large and wide market for skiers that spend most of their time on groomers. In reality, that's kind of all of us. There's not a huge need for a super wide carving ski. Something like this, a Deacon 80, really will be a better choice for more skiers, mainly because most of us just spend most of our time on groomers, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is a great ski to increase the fun factor in that application for sure. We do have their wood core here. We're still using their 3D ridge format, which I think is great. I've always really liked kind of having this 3D spine of keeping that central portion nice and stable. And then they pair it with their glass frame. So fiberglass around the edges, both fore and aft. And then they do have their ridge in the middle as well. They also use their 3D glass, so fiberglass laminate that wraps over the sidewall towards the edge. And anytime that you're putting a material like fiberglass in a 3D format, it makes the ski stiffer. So even though this is kind of doesn't have the metal in it that the 84 has, it's still extremely stiff and energetic. So you just get a ton of power and pop out of the turn. It does have their 3D radius as well. So nice short 15-meter arc in the middle, and then a little bit longer 24 and 21 in the tips and tails respectively. Really just allows you to change your turn shape and style up even mid-turn, mid-carve. If you stand kind of on the middle more and push more into the center portion, higher edge angle, you're going to access that shorter turn radius. But if you let it run, shallower edge angles, kind of more direct down the fall line, it's pretty smooth. A lot of these front side skis with shorter turn radius underfoot tend to be a little bit wavery at higher speeds. Not so with the Volkl Deacon 80. This thing definitely holds really, really well, very stable at speed, and just a really crisp and clean carver overall. Big range here. Intermediate skiers, progressing to advanced level, even expert level skiers that just don't want something terribly heavy or demanding will really find a lot of performance in this ski. And then that kind of lower end skier, it's something good to grow into. It's got a pretty light swing weight. It's easy to turn, easy to ski, but does have that high performance ceiling. Pretty flat, like a bunch of these other Deacon skis that we see. There's not a ton of positive camber underfoot. And then there's a nice long, very, very low rocker, like minimal, but it is longer. So that really helps the smoothness of the ski. And then we see that same philosophy kind of in the tail. So just about a millimeter of rocker, millimeter of bend in there, making this thing extremely smooth from tip to tail and just a whole lot of fun. There's some versatility built in here, but generally this is better suited for groomed terrain and more smooth stuff. That rocker does help in softer snow, but really it's more about initiation and completion of the turn rather than any type of soft snow performance. So if you're in that zone, definitely check out this ski. Great system binding, integrated into the ski, so each and every movement you put into it gets more directly transmitted to the edge, giving you better performance as a result. So make sure you check out this 2024 Deacon 80 from Volkl here at SkiEssentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.